words for about 5 minutes. So I will start with District 1 Councilmember Zackary Unger.
And just before you begin, Councilmember Unger, you have 5 minutes and the timer is before you. I will be running it, so just be aware of your time as you give your comments. Thank you so much.
Thank you all so much, my fellow Oaklanders. It's an incredible honor to stand before here today, and I think anybody with any sense could see that the honor is not mine, but it belongs to everybody else, all of my fellow Oaklanders. And you know, it's not even so much honor that I feel, but gratitude. First and foremost to my family, to my dad Richard, who had the good sense to bring me here 50 years ago, to my kids, Percy, Mac, and Zeke. We got some Oakland Tech Bulldogs in the house over there. They're developing into the sort of kind, courageous, civic-minded, open-hearted people that Oakland is so good at producing in our young folks. And my wife Shona, without whom none of this would be possible. None of this would be possible, and none of this would be any fun, so thank you. And my gratitude goes out to all of the city workers I see here and in the gallery and going to work like they do every single day on every other Monday. This is how our city runs. These people, these workers on city property, on job sites, on businesses both small and large, they're the ones who make this city function. Oakland, I know, is not always an easy city in which to work or to own a business. And the dedication, resilience, and creativity shown by our Oakland workforce, both public and private, is something we can never take for granted. And as with any family, you know, we love all of our siblings equally, but I need to single out one group for some extra special love, and that is my friends, my colleagues, my true second family in the Oakland Fire Department. Yeah. Being sworn in here today is wonderful, but it pales in comparison to the honor of having locked arms with these folks over the last 3 decades. Locked arms in times of joyous celebration and success, and also in times of true hardship, tragedy, and suffering. I rest easy knowing that my own family is protected by these folks every single day. Anything that I accomplish as a council member is dwarfed by the acts of selflessness and heroism that the Oakland Fire Department shows every single day. So I thank you, OFD, I thank you, Local 55, for allowing me to be part of your ranks for the last 27 years. You know, I would love to be coming into government at a time of abundance, but we all know that this is a time of truly terrifying scarcity in which we all have to make some terrible choices. There are no programs in the city of Oakland that were started by craven people with bad intentions. Instead, there are only crucial programs. Our police, our firefighters, our libraries, our parks, our senior centers, our arts community, and on and on and on. We have terrible choices ahead of us. And the only way to survive the next few months is by rejecting the dichotomies and zero-sum thinking that tear us apart. I reject the false choice between public safety and civil rights. We can and we must have a police department that keeps us safe while also protecting the most vulnerable in our community. I reject the idea, thank you. I reject the idea that labor and business must be eternally at odds. We can protect a vibrant middle class with safe, stable, organized jobs for everyone, while also not demonizing the desire of businesses to turn a profit and expand their footprint. These bogus oppositional narratives that we sometimes create, tech versus blue collar, this neighborhood versus that one, newcomers versus long-timers, that does nothing but hold us back. This is an all-hands-on-deck moment for Oakland, and we rise and fall on the strength of our ability to work together. To that end, we must embrace a modest politics, a politics that focuses on the basics of what a city can provide, realistically. We're at our best when we focus on the pragmatics of problem solving, and at our worst when we attempt to locate ourselves within larger ideological movements. We should write fewer new laws and instead enforce the ones we have on the books and actually make sure that they work rather than just being something we can point to and say, I passed that. To my colleagues on council, I say this: we will frequently disagree in every possible permutation of the 8 of us sitting up on the dais, but you have my word that I will never allow these disagreements to curdle into enmity. I reject factionalism, score settling, personal aggrandizement. If we don't work as a team, we're going to fail. And as I take this oath of office, it occurs to me that we make a lot of promises to people, we tell a lot of people what it is we're going to do, but it's very rare that we take an actual oath. At this point, only 3 times before in my life. Once on my wedding day, once when I was sworn into the fire department, and once when I was elected as a labor leader for the Oakland firefighters. Today's number 4. And an oath means something. It means more than a promise. In this case, it means putting the citizens of Oakland ahead of ourselves, working for the greater good, protecting the interests and the safety of those who put their faith in us. I make this oath to all of you, to my family sitting there in the front row, I make this oath, to my colleagues on the council, and to everybody in the city of Oakland. It is with extreme gratitude that I take this oath to all of you. I thank you for the opportunity to serve.